Do you ever feel burdened by negative energy, those lingering thoughts and emotions that weigh you down no matter what you do? Imagine waking up every day with a mind free from that negativity, filled with clarity and peace. As Buddha said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. In the hustle of modern life, we constantly absorb stress and conflict. Whether it's work pressures, strained relationships, or our own inner battles, this negative energy can accumulate and cloud our minds. But what if there were ancient teachings that could show you how to release that energy and cultivate positivity? In this video, we'll explore powerful Buddhist practices that can help you remove bad energy from your mind and embrace a peaceful state of being. Have you ever wondered how meditation, mindfulness, and self-awareness could transform your mindset? Stay with us as we reveal practical steps inspired by Buddhism. Steps that will help you cleanse your mind and invite positivity into your life. This isn't just a theoretical discussion. These are real tools you can apply today to shift your energy and mindset. By the end of this video, you'll have the wisdom to break free from negativity and the knowledge to create a lasting sense of inner calm. Watch until the end, because one powerful insight in this video could change your life. 1. Understand bad energy. Bad energy is not some mystical force. It is born from the stresses we face in our daily lives: workplace pressures, toxic relationships, unhealed inner wounds. In Buddhism, we do not avoid this reality. Instead, we call it what it truly is: suffering. As the Buddha said, acknowledging the existence of suffering is the first step toward liberation. You cannot move past what you refuse to see. If your mind is clouded with negative energy, it is a reflection of the suffering you have not yet recognized. The very act of noticing that you are burdened with bad energy is the first crack in the armor of illusion. It is the beginning of liberation. To rid yourself of this bad energy, you must start with recognition. Where does it come from? Is it external? The expectations of society, the unkind words of others? Or is it internal? The resentment you carry, the fear that tightens your chest? The teachings of the Buddha remind us that everything is interconnected, and often the external and internal feed off each other. But when you become aware of this dynamic, you reclaim your power. You take back control of your mind and your peace. Think of the Buddhist monks who live in simplicity, far removed from the chaos of modern life. They too experience challenges, but they transcend suffering by embracing mindfulness and awareness. They are not blind to negativity. They simply do not let it control their minds. In the same way, your awareness of the negative influences surrounding you is the key to breaking free. Awareness of negative influences is crucial in reclaiming mental clarity. Once we understand negativity, how can we protect ourselves from it? The answer lies in positivity. 2. Stay positive in a negative world. In a world teeming with noise and chaos, it is far too easy to be consumed by the storm of negativity swirling around us. The complaints of others, the relentless pace of daily life, the toxicity that seems to seep from every corner. It all weighs us down. But as the Buddha wisely said, peace begins within. If you seek peace outside, you will never find it. The truth is, no matter how much darkness surrounds you, it cannot touch you if your inner light is strong. The key to maintaining that light lies in the daily practices you cultivate. Gratitude, mindfulness, and self-care are not just actions. They are shields that protect you from the onslaught of external negativity. Buddhist teachings guide us to understand that peace is not something gifted to us by the world. It is something we must create moment by moment through intentional practice. This is not a one-time fix, but a discipline, a lifestyle. Each morning, when you rise, practice gratitude. Acknowledge the gift of breath, the beauty of life, even in its simplicity. Meditation is your anchor, grounding you in the present so that the noise of the world cannot pull you off course. And self-care, caring for the mind, body, and spirit is not selfish, but essential. It fortifies you, allowing you to stand firm when the winds of negativity blow. Thich Nhat Hanh, the revered Vietnamese Buddhist monk, often spoke of mindfulness as a practice woven into the fabric of daily life. He taught that the simple act of drinking tea or walking slowly can be moments of deep peace when done with awareness. In such moments, you are shielded from negativity because you are fully present, fully at peace. Positive habits protect your energy from external negativity. But even with positive habits, there is another force, often overlooked, that deepens your transformation: the power of silence and solitude. 3. Transformation through silence. Silence is more than the absence of sound. It is a space vast and profound where the mind can finally breathe. In a world filled with noise and constant distractions, we forget the power of quietude. Yet in Buddhism, silence and solitude are regarded as sacred tools for transformation. In quietude, the mind finds peace. When we embrace silence, we allow the dust of daily life to settle, revealing a clearer path before us. The mind is often turbulent, filled with the echoes of our worries, fears, and past experiences. But in silence, those echoes fade. It is here in moments of stillness that the mind can truly rest, allowing us to see through the clutter of thoughts. Buddhist teachings emphasize that silence is not about escaping the world, but about creating space within to observe it more clearly. When we step back from the noise, we can recognize the subtle currents of our inner world, the emotions we suppress, the thoughts we avoid. And in this space of reflection, true transformation begins. To cultivate this practice, dedicate time to solitude, whether through meditation or simple moments of quiet reflection. Sit in stillness. Let the world continue its busy rhythm, but remain unmoved. In this stillness, you will find clarity, a deeper understanding of yourself, and a peace that cannot be shaken by external forces. The Buddha himself found enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, where the distractions of the world fell away. It was in that silence that he saw the truth of existence, unclouded by the noise of worldly desires. Silence is not a void, it is an opening. It is the fertile ground where healing and reflection take root. Silence creates space for deep healing and reflection. It allows you to confront your inner world with honesty and compassion, something that the constant chatter of life often denies you. As we sink into the peace of silence, we begin to notice something profound. Nature has its own rhythm of healing, harmonizing our minds in ways we may have forgotten. 4. Aligning with nature's rhythm. Nature has a profound wisdom, one that silently calls us to realign with its rhythm. In the stillness of the trees, the flow of the rivers, and the quiet hum of the earth, there is a reminder that life moves in cycles, rising and falling, flourishing and decaying. When we attune ourselves to these natural rhythms, we find that our minds begin to release the stress, anxiety, and negative energy that we so often cling to. As the old saying goes, nature is the best healer. It has the power to restore balance, to ground us when the chaos of life pulls us away from our center. In Buddhism, nature is not something separate from us. It is a mirror of our own inner world. The natural world teaches us the importance of stillness, patience, and acceptance. When we spend time in nature, whether through mindful walking, gardening, or simply observing the changing of the seasons, we reconnect with a deeper part of ourselves. We are reminded that just as nature renews itself, we too have the capacity to let go of what no longer serves us to release the bad energy that weighs us down. Zen monks have long found solace and clarity in nature's embrace. They sit in quiet contemplation, not in isolation from the world, but in harmony with it. They reflect on the simplicity of nature's cycles, how it moves without resistance, how it embraces change with grace. In these moments of reflection, they are reminded that peace is not found by controlling the chaos, but by aligning themselves with the flow of life. And we too, by spending time in nature, can find this peace. Connecting with nature harmonizes your mind with the world around you. It allows you to step outside the noise and return to a place of balance, where negative energy has no power over you. But what about the relationships in our lives? How do we manage the negative energy they bring? 5. Managing negative relationships. Negative relationships can often feel like an anchor, dragging us down, draining our mental and emotional well-being. Toxic interactions, whether with friends, family, or colleagues, can plant seeds of resentment, anger, and frustration within us. But as the Buddha taught, in understanding others, we free ourselves. The path to freeing ourselves from the negative energy of others begins with understanding and compassion. It is not enough to resist or fight the negativity. We must transform it through our own awareness and mindfulness. Buddhism teaches that compassionate communication can be the key to shifting the dynamic in any relationship. When we approach conflict with empathy, seeking to understand the pain and struggles of others, we lessen the grip that negativity has on us. This does not mean we tolerate harmful behavior, but rather that we choose to respond with clarity and kindness. In doing so, we disarm the power of toxicity. Every difficult conversation becomes an opportunity to practice mindful communication, where we express ourselves truthfully but with compassion, seeking not to escalate conflict, but to understand its roots. The Dalai Lama speaks often of practicing compassion, even in the face of opposition. He reminds us that the suffering of others often manifests as anger or cruelty. By recognizing this, we can approach even the most challenging relationships with a sense of understanding rather than reaction. It is this shift in perspective that allows us to protect our inner peace while engaging with others. Compassionate communication transforms conflict into understanding. But what about the words we speak? How can they shape the energy we hold and project? 6. Positive energy through right speech. Words are more than just sounds. They carry the weight of our intentions, emotions, and energy. In Buddhism, this is why right speech is considered a vital part of the Noble Eightfold Path. The words we choose either uplift or tear down not only those around us, but also ourselves. As the teaching goes, words have the power to build or break. Choose wisely. Our speech is a reflection of our inner state, and when we speak with kindness, truth, and mindfulness, we actively create an atmosphere of positive energy. Buddhist philosophy teaches us that mindful speech has the power to foster harmony and dissipate negativity. This isn't just about refraining from harsh or harmful language, but about intentionally choosing words that carry love, wisdom, and compassion. When we speak with mindfulness, we reduce the likelihood of conflict, misunderstanding, and emotional damage. In fact, words, when chosen carefully, can act as bridges, mending gaps between people and dissolving the seeds of negativity before they grow into resentment. In every interaction, there's a choice, either to add to the noise of anger and confusion or to offer words that bring peace and understanding. By practicing right speech, we consciously opt for words that heal rather than hurt. Buddhist teachers emphasize the profound influence our speech has on both our inner and outer worlds. When you speak with gentleness and sincerity, you create a ripple of positive energy that returns to you, reinforcing your own sense of inner peace. In moments of anger or frustration, it's easy to let harmful words slip. But the discipline of right speech is about pausing, taking a breath, and asking ourselves, what kind of energy am I sending into the world? This simple mindfulness practice reshapes not just our relationships, but our entire mental state. Right speech fosters harmony and reduces conflict, allowing us to interact with others from a place of wisdom and compassion. But letting go of negativity is not only about the words we speak. It's also about releasing what we cling to, those heavy emotions and attachments that weigh down our spirit. 7. Letting go of negative attachments. We often find ourselves weighed down, not by the circumstances of life, but by the things we cling to, desires, expectations, and even grievances. These attachments, rooted in the need for control, fuel negative energy and keep us trapped in cycles of suffering. The more tightly we hold on, the more we suffer. But as the Buddha taught, by letting go, we create space for peace. Letting go is not a loss, but a liberation. It is the release of a burden we were never meant to carry. In Buddhism, the acceptance of impermanence and the practice of non-attachment are central to emotional freedom. Everything in life is transient: our possessions, our relationships, even our emotions. To cling to them is to deny their impermanent nature, and this denial breeds suffering. The deeper we grasp, the more we distance ourselves from peace. True freedom lies in the ability to experience life fully, without being bound by the need to control its outcome. It is in letting go that we allow peace to naturally arise within us. Reflect on the attachments that are causing you stress or negativity. Are you holding on to expectations of others? Are you clinging to a desire for things to unfold in a particular way? These attachments create a false sense of security, but in reality, they tighten the grip of negative energy on your mind and heart. Start practicing non-attachment by releasing expectations. Whether it's an expectation of how life should be or how others should behave. In doing so, you open the door to emotional freedom. You begin to move with life rather than against it. Consider the story of Buddha's renunciation of wealth and power. Born into royalty, the Buddha had everything the world deemed valuable, yet he chose to let it all go in search of inner peace. By renouncing wealth, he discovered the true riches of life: clarity, wisdom, and compassion. This act of letting go was not one of loss, but of profound gain. It is a reminder that the things we often cling to for security are the very things that prevent us from experiencing real peace. Releasing attachments leads to emotional liberation. But once we begin to release these attachments, a new space opens up. In this space, there is potential for something deeply transformative: kindness. How can we cultivate this kindness not only to heal ourselves, but to extend that healing to others? 8. The practice of loving kindness. Loving kindness, or metta, is a practice of transforming the turmoil within your mind into something more pure, more compassionate. When bad energy lingers, weighing heavily on your spirit, it's not just a passing storm. It's a reflection of your internal world. Through the lens of Buddhism, we learn that this negativity, this burden, can be dissolved through the power of metta meditation. Imagine sitting in silence, breathing deeply, and repeating simple yet powerful phrases. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. As you start with yourself, these words become a soft wave, washing away the resentment, the anger, the doubt that clings to you. Slowly, the energy within shifts. What was once heavy becomes light. As you repeat these words, the bad energy melts, leaving room for compassion to bloom within you. May all beings be happy and free from suffering. These words echo in the teachings of the Buddha, urging us to love not only to ourselves but outwardly, to those around us, to the world. The energy we carry, the emotions we nurture, don't belong solely to us. They ripple outwards, affecting everyone we touch. Practicing metta is a way of cultivating a deep well of empathy, dissolving the negativity that once clouded our judgment. Think of Buddhist monks like Ajahn Brahm, who often speak about the transformative power of loving kindness. In the face of anger or resentment, he doesn't meet fire with fire. Instead, he emphasizes patience and love, the only forces capable of truly neutralizing negativity. Through loving kindness, we direct this compassionate energy toward others, even those who have wronged us, and in doing so, we liberate ourselves from the toxic energy that poisons our minds. Practicing loving kindness cultivates empathy and dissolves negativity. When you focus on wishing happiness and freedom from suffering upon yourself and then upon others, you begin to understand the interconnectedness of all beings. You recognize that the energy you release into the world comes back to you in cycles. The more you nurture compassion, the more peace returns to you. But this isn't merely an abstract concept. Buddhist philosophy teaches us that the mind is a powerful source of energy. When it harbors resentment, that energy festers. Yet through metta, we can cleanse it, sending love and goodwill outward until we become vessels of positive energy. The more we practice, the more we heal, not just ourselves, but others as well. But how do our actions impact the energy we carry? The concept of karma holds the answer. 9. The impact of karma. Karma is more than a mystical force. It is the energy we create with every thought, word, and action. In Buddhism, it is understood that everything we do, everything we choose, shapes the energy that surrounds us. It clings to us whether we realize it or not. Every decision, every reaction leaves an imprint on the mind, building either positive or negative energy. This is the essence of karma, the creation of energy through mindful or mindless actions. Every action shapes our future energy. These words remind us that karma is not punishment, nor is it reward. It is the natural consequence of the energy we produce. Each time we act with anger, resentment, or greed, we are creating negative energy that festers within. But when we act with compassion, integrity, and mindfulness, we plant the seeds for positive energy to bloom within us, radiating outwards into the world. Buddhism teaches us that karma is not only about what happens in the future, but the immediate quality of energy we carry right now. When we are mindful of our actions, we can direct the flow of our energy. If we're careless, reacting impulsively, holding grudges, lashing out, then bad energy takes root. But if we approach life with awareness, if we choose our actions with intention, we generate positive karma that nourishes our mind and spirit. Consider the Buddha's teachings. Living a life of integrity with mindfulness and compassion naturally leads to a peaceful mind. When you are kind to others, you are kind to yourself. When you are honest and true, you create a foundation of trust within your own heart. Positive karmic outcomes, both spiritually and mentally, are the fruit of conscious living. Yet it is not enough to passively wish for good karma. We must actively cultivate it. Mindfulness in our actions allows us to see how our choices affect our inner world. The energy we emit, whether positive or negative, comes from the small, everyday actions, how we treat those around us, how we speak, even how we think. It's about living with intention, understanding that every moment offers a choice to create either good or bad energy. Conscious actions nurture positive energy. It is through deliberate, mindful choices that we begin to cleanse ourselves of the bad energy that clouds the mind. This is the power of karma. It reminds us that we are not victims of our circumstances, but creators of our own energy. By making conscious decisions, we generate the kind of energy that fosters peace, joy, and clarity within. As we cultivate good karma, rituals provide a structure that grounds our practice and energy. 10. Resilience through Buddhist rituals. Rituals in Buddhism are not mere repetitions of ancient customs. They are deliberate actions that ground us in the present, giving structure to our spiritual journey. Every bow, every chant, every offering is a step toward purifying the mind and aligning with our higher selves. When bad energy clouds your thoughts, pulling you into anger, fear, or despair, it is these simple rituals that can bring you back to balance, back to clarity. Rituals ground us in the present and align us with our higher selves. These sacred practices serve as a reminder that we are not just bodies caught in the turbulence of life. We are beings capable of transcending the chaos through discipline, mindfulness, and devotion. In each mindful action, whether lighting incense, chanting a mantra, or offering a bow, we create a space of calm where the noise of the outside world fades and the mind returns to stillness. The importance of ritual in Buddhism cannot be overstated. It is through these practices that monks and devoted practitioners build resilience. By engaging in daily rituals, they condition their minds to stay present, to stay focused. As you light incense, the rising smoke reminds you of the impermanence of all things. When you chant, your mind is carried by the vibration of each syllable, echoing through the body, dissolving tension and replacing it with peace. These actions may seem small, but their impact is profound. They purify the mind, clearing away the bad energy that accumulates through stress, anger, or frustration. Daily rituals, no matter how simple, create a structure that reinforces your spiritual values. They act as anchors in a world that often feels chaotic, helping you return to your center. Consider monks who rise before dawn to bow, chant, and meditate. Their lives are marked by these rituals, and through them, they cultivate greater mental clarity and emotional balance. These monks who live in simplicity have found that the secret to resilience lies in the discipline of the ritual itself. Rituals offer structure for inner purification. They are the practices that help you let go of the negative energy weighing you down. They give you the tools to maintain peace, no matter the circumstances. When you incorporate rituals into your daily life, you establish a rhythm, a sacred space where the mind can rest, recharge, and realign. Each ritual is a reminder that you have the power to purify your energy, to clear the mind of negativity, and to invite in the calm and compassion that leads to a more peaceful existence. Beyond rituals, how can we bring mindfulness into every aspect of our daily life? 11. Mindful daily practices. Mindfulness is the gateway to removing the bad energy that accumulates in our minds, often unnoticed. In Buddhism, we are reminded that every moment, no matter how mundane, offers a chance to cultivate peace. By bringing mindful awareness into the simple tasks of daily life, whether it's eating, walking, or working, you block the negative energy from creeping in. When the mind is fully present, there is no room for regret of the past or fear of the future. There is only peace. The present moment is the only place where peace can be found. These words remind us that the mind, when anchored in the now, becomes a place where positivity can flourish. When you eat, eat mindfully. Feel the texture of the food. Notice the taste. Be present with every bite. When you walk, feel the ground beneath your feet, the air against your skin, each step deliberate and full of awareness. These are not just simple actions, they are opportunities to renew your energy, to cleanse the mind of negative thoughts and emotions that often arise from a distracted, chaotic life. In Buddhism, mindfulness transforms ordinary moments into moments of renewal. It allows you to remain open and connected to the flow of life, rather than getting caught up in the mental chatter that feeds bad energy. When you bring full awareness to each action, even the simplest tasks, like washing dishes or driving to work, become acts of meditation, moments of clarity. This mindfulness creates a barrier against the negativity that tries to infiltrate your mind, and in its place, positive energy flows, continually renewing your spirit. Consider Zen monks who live by this very practice. Whether they are drinking tea or sweeping the floor, they are fully present in the moment. They don't rush through their tasks, nor do they allow their minds to wander. They have mastered the art of mindfulness in daily life, transforming even the simplest of actions into moments of peace. This is how they cultivate calmness, how they remain centered, no matter the storms that may rage outside. Mindfulness in daily life fosters constant renewal of positive energy. By practicing mindfulness in every activity, you create a space where negativity cannot thrive. You become aware of your emotions before they spiral out of control. You begin to see the beauty in the smallest details, in the most routine moments. This awareness protects your mind, cleansing it of the bad energy that often lurks in distractions and stress. But how can meditation help us truly let go of deep-rooted negativity? 12. Letting go through meditation. Meditation is the doorway to letting go, to freeing ourselves from the chains of negative energy that bind our minds. In the silence and stillness of meditation, we find the space to release the attachments that fuel our suffering, the grudges we hold, the resistance we carry, the fears that weigh us down. As we sit in focused breathing or mantra meditation, we learn to calm the storm within, dissolving the tension that clouds our minds. In silence and stillness, we find the space to let go. These words capture the essence of meditation. In a world where we constantly chase, cling, and resist, meditation offers an alternative: to simply be, to sit with ourselves, to observe the mind without judgment, and to let go of the energies that do not serve us. It is in this stillness that we find clarity. We begin to see that the bad energy we carry is not permanent. It is not who we are. It is something we can release. Buddhist teachings remind us that meditation is not just an exercise in relaxation, but a profound tool for detachment. It allows us to step back from our negative emotions to see them for what they are: temporary disturbances. When we focus on our breath, we draw our attention away from the chaos, away from the noise of the world. Each inhale invites calm. Each exhale releases the heaviness that is settled in our hearts. Over time, this practice centers us, creating space for peace to fill the void once occupied by negativity. A regular meditation practice is key to letting go of these emotional burdens. Whether it's 5 minutes or an hour, the time spent in stillness is a gift to yourself. As you focus on your breath or repeat a calming mantra, the layers of tension and resentment begin to peel away. The mind softens, the heart opens, and the body relaxes. Buddhist practitioners often share how, through daily meditation, they've been able to release emotional pain that they've carried for years, finding a profound sense of peace within. Meditation is a tool for releasing inner tension and fostering peace. It's a practice that allows us to confront our pain without being consumed by it, to let go of the thoughts and emotions that poison our energy, and to cultivate a mind that is both clear and compassionate. Through meditation, we learn that peace is not something we need to chase. It is already within us, waiting to be uncovered as we let go of everything that stands in its way. As we let go of inner negativity, compassion plays a crucial role in healing both ourselves and the world. 13. Compassion as a healing force. Compassion is the true healer of the mind. It dissolves the bad energy that festers in resentment, anger, and bitterness, transforming the heart into a vessel of peace. In Buddhism, compassion is not just an act of kindness toward others. It is the key to freeing yourself from the negative emotions that weigh you down. By offering compassion to both yourself and those who have wronged you, you begin to heal the deep wounds caused by negativity. Compassion is the antidote to resentment and anger. These words capture the essence of one of the most powerful teachings of Buddhism. When we harbor anger, when we hold on to grudges, we are the ones who suffer. The bitterness consumes us, clouding our minds and poisoning our hearts. But when we practice compassion, we create space for forgiveness, not for the sake of those who have hurt us, but for our own liberation. Compassion is a gift that we give to ourselves, freeing us from the chains of bad energy. At the heart of Buddhist teachings lies this profound truth. To heal, we must first forgive, not just others, but also ourselves. Often, we are hardest on ourselves, carrying guilt, shame, and regret. But without self-compassion, we cannot truly heal. Begin with yourself. Offer yourself grace. Let go of the mistakes you have made and forgive yourself for the ways in which you have fallen short. Only then can you extend that same compassion to others. The Dalai Lama speaks often about the role of compassion in overcoming anger. He reminds us that true peace cannot be achieved if we cling to hatred or resentment. Forgiveness is not weakness, nor does it mean excusing the wrongs of others. It means refusing to carry the burden of their actions any longer. Compassion, for both yourself and others, is the path to freedom. When you forgive, you unburden your heart and make space for joy and positive energy to flow. Practicing compassion heals wounds caused by negative energy. When you offer compassion, it doesn't mean forgetting the pain you've endured. It means choosing not to let that pain control you. Each act of compassion, each moment of forgiveness, dissolves the negativity that otherwise hardens the heart. It is through compassion that we can move past the anger and hurt and begin to heal. The more compassion we offer, the more we align ourselves with the peace we seek. Finally, how do the mind, body, and environment intertwine in this journey to remove bad energy? 14. Interconnectedness of mind, body, and environment. The energy we carry within our minds and hearts is deeply connected to the world around us. Negative energy thrives in environments filled with chaos, clutter, or discord. Just as our thoughts can be clouded by internal turmoil, our surroundings can reflect that disharmony. To remove bad energy from the mind, we must first bring harmony to our physical and emotional environment. This is where the journey begins, not only within, but also in the spaces we inhabit. As within, so without. These words echo an ancient truth. Our external environment mirrors the state of our inner world. When our surroundings are cluttered or chaotic, it's often a sign of an unsettled mind. But when we create peace around us, when we clear the clutter, resolve conflicts, and invite simplicity, we create the conditions for peace within. Buddhism teaches us that balance and harmony in our environment play a crucial role in purifying the mind and restoring emotional well-being. To begin this process, look first at the space you live in. Is it filled with things you don't need? Does it reflect a sense of calm? Or does it add to the noise in your life? In Zen Buddhism, the practice of minimalism is key. The simplicity of their surroundings is no accident. It is a conscious choice to eliminate distractions and create an atmosphere that nurtures the mind. When your space is clear and peaceful, it supports a clearer, more peaceful mind. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about energy. A cluttered room mirrors a cluttered mind. A peaceful space supports mental well-being. But it's not just the physical space that matters. Emotional clutter needs to be cleared as well. Lingering conflicts, unresolved emotional tension. These are the forms of bad energy that keep us trapped in negativity. Buddhist teachings remind us that we must resolve these inner and outer conflicts to create a truly harmonious life. When we confront the tensions in our relationships, when we release the emotional baggage we've been carrying, we cleanse our inner world. This opens the door for positive energy to flow freely. Creating a peaceful environment supports mental well-being. The outer world affects the inner, and the inner reflects the outer. It's all interconnected. As you clear your space, you clear your mind. As you resolve conflicts, you resolve the turmoil within. These small steps, cleaning your home, addressing emotional wounds, creating a serene space, are not just tasks. They are acts of self-care, of creating the conditions for peace. Your journey to removing bad energy begins with small steps: awareness, mindfulness, compassion, and peace. Start today by applying these principles and watch how your energy transforms. The path to a positive, peaceful life is within your reach. These powerful Buddhist teachings remind us that we hold the key to transforming our energy. By practicing awareness, right speech, meditation, and compassion, you can cleanse your mind, letting go of the bad energy that clouds your spirit. Remember, negative energy only takes root if we allow it. The choice is yours: to hold on to the weight of negativity, or to release it and embrace mindfulness. Bad energy can only take root if we allow it. Let go, embrace mindfulness, and create your own peace. Through small, intentional steps, you have the power to cultivate a life filled with peace, purpose, and positivity. Whether it's through meditation, compassionate action, or mindful daily practices, each moment is an opportunity for renewal. As you continue on this journey, stay connected to these teachings. Make them part of your daily life. Let mindfulness, kindness, and peace guide your actions, and watch how your energy transforms. If you found this video inspiring, please like and share it with others. Don't forget to subscribe to Life Lessons for more insights on how to live a peaceful and purposeful life through the wisdom of Buddhism. Together, let's continue to grow and spread positivity.